Chapter 14, 58. Light Shine Fungi Business. Translator, Atlas Studios. Editor, Atlas Studios. In the vast eastern sea, waves were rumbling. Wind and waves swept towards a nameless island. It was not dusk yet, but the sky was already dark. Tonghua flew as she raised her head. Seeing the dark clouds looming over her in the sky, she sensed that a storm was brewing. She was feeling vexed, but her expression was calm. She quickly flew above the nameless island as she saw one person standing at the highest part of the island, looking at the sea and sky. "I have kept you waiting." Tonghua landed towards the Gu Immortal as she bowed. The mysterious Gu Immortal turned around and revealed his appearance. He was an elderly man with a tall nose and thin eyes. He was smiling now as he said calmly, "No worries. Fairy Tonghua, I need to congratulate you. I heard that you sold all of your Lightshine fungi in Treasure Yellow Heaven." This elderly Gu Immortal was an Eastern Sea rank 7 enslavement path. Gu Immortal, Ren Shuping, Fairy Tong. Hua nodded as she handed Ren Shuping a large amount of immortal essence stones. Ren Shuping inspected it before hesitating purposely. "Fairy, if I counted correctly, the sum is a little lacking." Fairy Tonghua had a grim expression. She nodded. "I will return you most of it first. I will repay the rest at a later time." Ren Shuping nodded. "Very wise. According to our agreement, the lower your remaining debt is, the less interest you pay. It seems that you will be able to repay it soon." Fairy Tonghua snorted. Of course! She had gone through a tribulation earlier. The rebuilding of her immortal aperture took a lot of funds she had to borrow. Ren Shuping was one of the lenders. He lent her the most amount of immortal essence stones. But her agreement with Ren Shuping was also the strictest one with the highest interest rate. Originally, Fairy Tonghua was in a terrible condition, but to think that Fang Wen actually bought all of her Lightshine fungi, she regained some funds. Returning most of the debt at once, her crisis was greatly alleviated. Fairy Tonghua had little pressure in returning the rest of the debt, including the interest. After the transaction, Fairy Tonghua did not want to stay anymore. She was about to leave when Ren Shuping said, "Fairy, wait. What matter do you have? If you want to lend more immortal essence stones, forgive me, but I will not borrow any." Fairy Tonghua frowned lightly as she said coldly. Ren Shuping smiled. "Don't worry, Fairy. That is not it. I have an incomplete true inheritance in my hands. It is from a woodpath great expert long ago. Don't you want to modify the Lightshine fungi? I believe this true inheritance will be of great help to you." Fairy Tonghua became suspicious. "How did you know that I was modifying the Lightshine fungi?" Ren Shuping chuckled. "You did not conceal this matter. I easily found out about it with some investigation." Fairy Tonghua had a grim expression, matching the terrible weather. Splash, splash, splash. Great winds blew. Waves crashed on the shore of the nameless island, creating huge ripples. Ren Shuping was right. Tonghua had invested too much into modifying the Lightshine fungi, causing her finances to crumble. She was forced to borrow funds to maintain her financial situation. If not for that, with her foundation, she could sustain the cost of rebuilding the immortal aperture. After a while of silence, Fairy Tonghua asked, "Which woodpath great expert are you referring to?" Ren Shuping smiled. "Woodpath Gu Immortal Kui Wu Zi. Have you heard of him?" Fairy Tonghua was slightly surprised. He is a woodpath great expert indeed with rank 8 cultivation level. But in history, he was famous for battle strength. His immortal aperture management was not good. Ren Shuping shook his head, saying in a confident tone, "Fairy, that is not true. You have that impression because Kui Wu Zi's battle strength was too stunning. It overshadowed his ability to manage the immortal aperture. The truth is, he was quite impressive. Without immortal aperture foundation, battle strength is pointless to some degree. Furthermore, even if his management was not good, he was still a rank 8 Gu Immortal and was from Woodpath. He is definitely very useful to you. That is undeniable." Tonghua was moved, she thought. I had been facing problems with modifying Lightshine fungi earlier. The reason was not my light path attainment level, but woodpath instead. If I can get this incomplete true inheritance, it would likely help me in this problem, and the modification of the light-shine fungi would succeed. Thinking of this, Tonghua hesitated before asking Ren Shuping, "What is the price of Kui Wuzi's true inheritance?" Ren Shuping thought, "The fish has taken the bait," but he said, "Not high, not high at all." Both sides negotiated, but eventually Fairy Tonghua bought the true inheritance of Kui Wuzi from Ren Shuping and left the nameless island. The moment she left, a storm started, and both the sky and sea were of the same dark, murky color. Crack. A loud thunder and a snake-like lightning flashed across heaven and earth. At this instant, the lightning reflected on Ren Shuping's face. He was smiling like his scheme had succeeded. "I succeeded." Tonghua was deceived by the reputation of Kui Wuzi. His true inheritance is actually not very helpful to her, especially after I took out some crucial information from it. Light shine fungus is a desolate plant. How can it be easy to modify a desolate plant? Especially when Tonghua cultivates light path instead of wood path? How can she succeed without years of research? Your northern plains. Langya, blessed land. Fang Yuan's divine sense entered his sovereign immortal aperture. Immortal killer, move light fungus radiance. Fang Yuan activated his immortal killer move, creating a burst of orange-yellow light. The orange light shone on the green light shine fungi as it started to transform. The light shine fungi was dyed at a rapid rate. It gradually changed colors from green to pure white. A moment later, the immortal killer move was successfully activated. Fang Yuan only saw pure white light shine fungi in front of him. The light shine fungi was different from before. Instead of wilting, they radiated with strong light. Fang Yuan used his investigative methods to check it before nodding in satisfaction. "Excellent. The light shine fungus modification was quite successful. I can start a wide-scale plantation now." Fang Yuan's wood path attainment was even lower than Fairy Tonghua, but he had the light of wisdom to assist his thinking. He also had shadow sex and Lengya sex inheritances. He had a vast amount of foundational knowledge. He also had access to a huge number of immortal goo and could even borrow more. Due to many reasons, he managed to create the immortal killer move light fungus radiance. This move used perseverance, immortal goo, self-love, immortal goo, and wood sprout. Immortal goo is the cores, with snack immortal goo supplementing them to allow green light shine fungi to transform into pure white light shine fungi suited for the environment of the sky. Among them, wood sprout immortal goo was borrowed from Longya sect. Perseverance and self-love were Fang Yuan's to begin with. As for snack immortal goo, he had just refined it. It was quite a surprise that it was useful so quickly. Afterwards, Fang Yuan placed the light shine fungi into mini orange heaven and mini white heaven. There was a field of aurora lights in mini orange heaven. Within the aurora lights were fruits known as flowing light fruits. As for mini white heaven, there was a field of multicolored overlord flowers. After placing the light shine fungi there, the two places started to shine intensely. Due to this influence, mini orange heaven's aurora lights started to expand. Even though the extent was mild, as time passes, this would be a substantial change. As for mini white heaven, the multicolored overlord flowers also became energized. Be it the aurora lights or multicolored overlord flowers, they needed intense lights. The modified pure white light shine fungi could float in the sky. They were very helpful to the areas. Fang Yuan was satisfied after inspecting them. As long as these two areas are developed, at this rate I will be able to satisfy the food requirements of attitude goo and wisdom sword goo. Fang Yuan had 3 rank 8 immortal goo. Years flow, like water consumed the water of the river of time. There were no issues with its food. Attitude goo and wisdom sword, immortal goo, were harder to deal with. All along, Fang Yuan had been worried about this, and now he saw hope of finally resolving this. Furthermore, the light shine fungus can reproduce by itself. When the scale of my light shine fungi increases in the future, it will become another business that I can engage in. This was highly possible. The pure white light shine fungus that Fang Yuan modified was marketable. It was much better than the original light shine fungus. If he sold it, it would receive much attention and interest. Fang Yuan had already planned. He was going to nurture both versions of the light shine fungus. He would place a portion of the green light shine fungi into mini Eastern Sea, while putting most of his attention on the pure white light shine fungi. After satisfying his own needs, he would sell the rest. Let me count. To get the light shine fungi into a scale that satisfies my needs, I will need to invest 2 million immortal essence stones. To make it into a business and sell it to others, I will need to invest another 1.8 million immortal essence stones. The feeding of rank 8, immortal goo, was too high of a burden. In total, he would need 4 million immortal essence stones. But if he succeeds, he would have a monopoly over this market. It was extremely profitable. For the next 2 to 3 years, the year goo market would be oversupplied. Even for the next 4 to 5 years, Treasure Yellow Heaven's market would be very lacking in demand, because goo immortals already had a lot of year goo stocked up in their inventories. Just earlier, Fang Yuan created a huge commotion. The sale of year goo also affected the market of month goo and day goo. Fang Yuan wanted to create a new business. Light shine fungi was a good choice. Of course, the prospects could not match guts goo. After he sells the modified light shine fungi for some time, people will learn about the details and modify it themselves. Meanwhile, only Donghun Mountain could produce guts goo. Next, I will release the restraints and restore the sovereign immortal aperture's rate of time back to normal.